Hello everyone, this is TW here bringing you our next episode of Tales from Skyrim on our Imperial soldier Xander Macius. On our last episode, Xander again traversed the wilds of Skyrim, narrowly avoiding death to return to Solitude to turn in the Jagged crown. Now he must turn the crown into General Tullius and see what duty awaits him next. So Xander's had a few moments to collect his thoughts and taken a nice view, and now he's ready to go turn this crown into General Tullius and see what's going to happen next. But this is the most important thing Xander's had to do to this date, so let's head on into Castle Dower and turn the crown in. See if we can find... looks like he's right over here. I got the crown for you.
We will oust Ulfric from Windhelm soon enough, and when we do, I'll have his head on a plate.
Well, before we do that, here's the Jagged crown. Legate Ricka sent me to deliver it to you directly.
Excellent work, soldier. I have to admit, I had my doubts it even existed. Did you run into any trouble?
The Stormcloaks were actually there ahead of us.
Yes. Well, I didn't respond as quickly to the legate's suggestion as perhaps I should have. But at least we ended up with a damn crown. Now then, I need someone I can trust to deliver a message of great import to Jarl Balgruuf of Whiterun. We have it on good authority that Ulfric has raised enough men to attack the city of Whiterun. The Jarl, however, refuses the Legion's support. This missive should convince him. Be aware, soldier. These documents contain sensitive intelligence for the Jarl's eyes only.
Alright. I guess we're leaving Solitude as soon as we get here, so another duty calls us, so let's head on out. So Xander might be getting a little bit annoyed with running all these errands, but he must feel good that General Tullius trusts him enough with another kind of important task to take care of. Although Xander might not be feeling too well at the moment either, because he's currently suffering from acute feeble limb, which is making his blocking 25% less effective, so he's probably got some sore muscles going on. So I think before we do anything else, we need to go find the Temple of the Divines and get this taken care of, do a little praying, so let's go ahead and take care of that. So as Xander was actually heading out this way, this guard up here shouted at him and said that the Temple of Divines is actually this way. So, and once again, Xander's getting lost in the big city of Solitude, having trouble keeping his bearings, but here's the Temple of Divines. So let's go ahead and get this disease taken care of.
Blessings of the eight divines upon you. How may I help?
So we're actually going to be looking for a specific shrine in here. Ah, so here's the shrine we're looking for. So we're actually looking for the Shrine of Stendarr, because there is actually a Temple of Stendarr in Coral, which is the area that Xander's from originally. And as a boy, I'm sure he went to the Temple of Stendarr quite frequently, so this might hold a special place for him, so we're going to go ahead and pray at this shrine and cure up our diseases. And we've also been bestowed with the Blessing of Stendarr, and that gives us... and that actually fortifies our blocking, so it makes us a little bit better, so we'll be good for a little while, and now we can head on out of here. Alright, and the last thing we gotta do before we head out is get resupplied for our journey, because currently we don't have any food. We've consumed everything when we were out in June and on our way back, so plus we have some things to sell and maybe make a little bit of money, so let's go ahead and do a little bit of shopping while we're at it. So we're going to head into bits and pieces here. Oh, hello.
Welcome. Look around. We've got everything you could want in life.
So what do you got for sale?
Odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Alright, so we got a lot to sell here. So let's go ahead and start by getting rid of this heavy iron axe of burning. And we'll get rid of a few of these amulets, because we actually don't need these. and the gold necklace. We'll hang on to the gray robes, just in case. I got a lot of this frostbite venom, and it's got some decent value, so maybe we'll get rid of a few of these. I'm sure we can get some more. We don't need the potions of magic, so we can get rid of those too. I think we'll hang on to everything else. We don't really use scrolls, so we'll go ahead and get rid of that. And our speech increased. And we got some ingredients here. I think the only thing I want to hold on to is the snowberries, possibly for that one quest, and then just the swamp fungal pods look interesting. I just don't think I want to part with those yet. But I think we can hang on to most everything else. We'll get rid of this amethyst and the garnets and the lockpicks, even though they only sell for one, but we don't use lockpicks, so we're doing a lot better now. 1,221 gold. So let's see if she has any food for sale. Grab a couple cabbages for fiber. Need that while you're out in the wild. And maybe a red apple, green apple, and a tomato. So we got all our fruits taken care of, our fruits and veggies.
Come back to bits and pieces anytime.
And I think we'll head actually over to the tavern and grab a little bit more before we head out. So we'll be well outfitted for our journey. Ready to take anything on.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over. Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend.
Alright, what do you got for sale?
Take a look.
I was hoping for some cheese, but I'm not seeing any, so I think I'll just grab a couple meals. Maybe there's some kind of cheese shortage currently, but I'll grab some bread and then some cooked beef. And I guess I'm digging this venison chop, so I'll grab that too. So now we're good to go.
Remember the Winking Skeever next time your foot's sore.
We do need a little bit more variation in our diet though, so maybe we should take up some cooking. So before we head out of Solitude, let's go ahead and go over our plan for getting to Whiterun. So previously we kind of cut across the wilds to get from Whiterun to Solitude, but this time we've been advised actually to just kind of act casual and take the road. So we're going to go through Dragon Bridge again, and this time we're going to cut across this way, across the this bridge here, or I believe there's some sort of camp here, so we might have to skirt around it or go through it. And then just kind of stay on the road to Rorikstead, kind of where we were before, near the Golden Hills plantation. And then we're just going to stay on the road and just kind of act casual, because we got this important message and we don't really want to draw a lot of attention to ourselves. And hopefully we can make it to Whiterun before nightfall, so we can see the Jarl. And then the other good thing about making this trip to Whiterun is that after we complete this journey, we'll actually be able to fast travel between Solitude and Whiterun, because we've made that bi-directional trip between the two places. So that's going to make things a little bit easier in terms of getting around. I guess until the Civil War starts, and then that might not be the case. We might not be able to really, fast travel to places that we want to because of what's happening with the war. So, but let's hope the weather stays on our side today. The last couple of times we travel, I feel like the weather hasn't been as favorable for us, and currently it's biting cold, but I think we'll be able to kind of follow our recipe for success so far by maybe stopping in Dragon Bridge to warm up and then heading on. So we'll see how this adventure goes. Well, here we are in Dragon Bridge, and I don't know if Xander's hoping after, completing this leg of the journey that he might be able to get a bit of a leave, a little bit of a break from all the travel that he's been doing. Because it's been a lot of back and forth, and it's been day after day, so I'm sure he's getting a little bit tired at this point. But let's go ahead and find that inn and warm up a little bit. Or actually, maybe we could just warm up here by this fire. There we go. Might as well enjoy the exciting spectacle of chopping wood instead of sitting inside a tavern while we warm up. But looks like we're getting a little bit better at dealing with the cold, and heading to Whiterun will be in more temperate areas, so we shouldn't have to stop as much. Okay, so we're officially on the road to Whiterun now. And with any luck, we're gonna get there pretty quickly, but I do see that crossing coming up. And I think this time we're just gonna try to go through. Oh shit. Are you serious? A saber cat? Oh god. Alright, let's go. Let's run. We're gonna go through Robber's Gorge and hopefully the robbers will attract the cat. Oh, he's still behind me. Ugh! Okay. Oof. Let's see if we can get out of here. Did they actually take out the cat? Oh. Oh, my heart skipped a few beats there a second. I was not counting on seeing another saber cat just hanging out there. I've definitely alerted these bandits here. It looks like they were actually able to take care of that saber cat too. So maybe I should have given it a shot, but well, we got through there okay. And I kind of expect to, you know, maybe run into a saber cat when we're kind of going through the grasslands, but I guess they might be kind of waiting by the roadside in this grass and just hopping on an unexpected traveler. So we might have to keep a better eye out. Although one thing we want to do also while traveling on the road is if we come across any, you know, storm cloaks or any danger that's kind of going to be too much for us to handle by ourselves, then we need to really try to get off the roadside and protect this message. That's most important over anything. I believe we came through here quite some time ago, so those bodies are probably not smelling all that great at this point. I don't think we're going to be able to get by him. Let's put our shield back on. There we go. So I don't think we're going to be staying in Rorikstead very long. I think we're just going to be passing on through, trying to get this message to the Jarl. And it's a message for his eyes only. I'm not allowed to look at it, even though it is tempting to do so. I know Xander was instructed to kind of stick to the road on this journey to turn in this message, but it is kind of taking us out of the way a little bit, and I don't know if we want to consider maybe cutting across the plains just to get to Whiterun quicker. I guess we can make that decision once we get there, but let's see, we can't even really see Whiterun from here yet, so it's still quite a ways away. I'm guessing it's sometime in the afternoon at this point, maybe approaching evening. I got another... Oh, it's not a thief this time, just an assassin. He's dressed really cool. Let's see. Note from the Dark Brotherhood. Grab those lockpicks and that amethyst. Yeah, this shrouded armor is pretty excellent. I think I'll pick that up. It's pretty light. I can carry that. Maybe grab this frenzy potion too. Let's go ahead and read this note. As instructed, you are to eliminate Xander Macius by any means necessary. The Black Sacrament has been performed. Somebody wants this poor fool dead. We've already received payment for the contract. Failure is not an option. Astrid. Well, that's interesting. So the Dark Sacrament was performed on Xander. I don't know why necessarily would be, but I'm sure it's been maybe motivated by the war, political reasons. Hard to say, but now I guess we gotta worry about the Dark Brotherhood now. As if we didn't have enough problems to deal with already. Got somebody else running towards me? Or running away?
Enough!
Oh, skeever. I don't know why they wanted me to take the road. It seems more dangerous than just cutting across land. We've already seen a saber cat and an assassin. I think if Xander decided to go off-road, he would be disobeying orders at this point, and I don't think that's something he wants to do. He wants to stay in the good graces with the Legion and do his duty. Let's go ahead and grab something to eat here. We're gonna have a little cabbage and then cooked beef. This is the point where I'd consider cutting across and just heading straight to Whiterun. And I don't really see, well, maybe I do see it off in the distance, kind of hard to see. But we're gonna go ahead and stick to the road. It's getting a bit dusk too, so I think we set out a little bit later than we wanted to. Maybe that idea of staying in Dragonbridge the night before may have not been such a good idea, but these guys don't look threatening. Oh, it's that giant bull from earlier.
I'd stay away if I were you.
I'd probably want to as well, but how come?
I'm on my way to a giant camp, and I can't guarantee those beasts won't think you're part of the offering. Keep your distance, and you shouldn't have anything to worry about.
What are you offering to the giants?
The cow, of course. Others do it differently. But I found that an annual offering usually keeps the giants away from our livestock. Some think it's superstition, but I believe it works. I've yet to have a giant kill any of my livestock.
And the paint on the cow, what's that about?
It's tradition. We mark the animal as a way to let the giants know we're giving it to them willingly. Sort of a peace offering.
Well, good luck with that.
Thanks. You take care of yourself now.
Not something I'd want to get involved with personally, but the citizens of Skyrim will do probably whatever they can to maintain the peace. Maybe his bull can help me out with this wolf just obviously waiting for somebody to come by. Well, we've collected a lot of wolf pelts, so maybe we can kind of start doing something with those soon. Making some better gear for travel. Although right now the air is cool and comfortable. Ah, skeever. Stay down. Well, this one's a rich skeever. He's got a garnet on him. So he's doing pretty well for himself. Yeah, it's definitely getting to be a bit nighttime now because I'm seeing some lights come on. Some of the buildings. And I think we're getting closer. We'll probably make it there by a little bit after dark, hopefully, unless we run into some more troubles. Like this guy here. It's another assassin. Yep.
You dare fight
Let's take it out this time. Man, 2. Well, we'll pick up this other note, but I'm assuming it says the same thing. So yeah, both these assassins had the same note, so looks like they were kind of working in unison. Trying to take me out. So Xander's been here for probably a little over a week at this point, and one of the things that we wanted to consider was how he felt about, you know, the citizens of Skyrim and how the war is affecting them, and so far it's really hard to tell that it's having much of an effect at all. I mean, it does seem like there are some people that are struggling, and it's very apparent on the roadside that there's been ambushes, but it seems like when he goes into town, things are going pretty well for most people. So I don't know if he's really felt the perils of the citizens here, but he still feels like it's his duty to, you know, protect the citizens of Skyrim from themselves, I guess. Alright, so we're getting very close to the gates, so had a little bit of trouble getting here, but nothing that we couldn't handle. Now after we do complete this mission of talking to the Jarl, we will be able to fast travel, but one of the rules I want to implement is that we can only fast travel during the day because it's a little too dangerous to do so at night, and we're going to assume that we're going to be taking a similar route going back, so in the daytime it would be easier to follow that route. But I think we're going to head in and like speak to the Jarl right away. It's not too late, so hopefully he'd still be up and deliver this message. See if it's going to be enough to actually, you know, court the Jarl to the Imperial side. And maybe Xander, I don't know, can say a little bit to convince the Jarl, but he is just a soldier, so he might not have that kind of sway that he's hoping to have. Oh man, after traveling all day, having to climb all these stairs, probably not the most enthusiastic thing to be doing. But it helps to be young. Makes the task a little bit easier. So we're here at Dragon's Reach, so let's head on in. Alright, let's see if the Jarl's awake, since it's getting pretty late. And it looks like he is up, but might be holding some counsel right now, but we got a pretty important message to deliver to him.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
I have an important message from General Tullius.
No doubt requesting to garrison his men in my castle. How many times must I deny him? Well, out with it!
Ulfric plans to attack Whiterun. The general wants to lend Legion troops.
I see. Give the papers to my steward.
I was given strict instructions. This is for the Jarl's eyes only.
Don't be daft. Proventus is my eyes. Just give me the letter. I presume once I have it, I can do as I please with it? Good. These are interesting reports. Proventus, what do you make of all this? If Ulfric were to attack Whiterun?
As in all things, Lord, caution. I urge us to wait and see.
Pray wait.
I'm of a mind with Irileth. It's time to act.
You plan to march on Windhelm?
I'm not a fool, Proventus. I mean, it's time to challenge Ulfric to face me as a man, or to declare his intentions.
He'll do no such thing.
He was rather straightforward with Torrig.
Torrig? He simply walked up to the boy and murdered him.
That boy was High King of Skyrim.
I'm not the High King, but neither am I a boy. If Ulfric wants to challenge my rule in the old way, let him. Though I suspect he'll prefer to send his storm cloaks to do it for him.
True. He's already proven his personal strength. Now he seeks to prove his armies.
Then might I urge you to consider General Tullius's request? I mean, if you are bent on offending Jarl Ulfric.
Ulfric is the one who has offended. But Proventus has a point. Ulfric has made it clear. In his mind, to refuse his claim is to side with the Empire.
And what harm is there in letting a few legionnaires die in place of your own men?
It seems cowardly.
Was it cowardly, then, to accept the white gold concordat?
This again? That was different. Was I given a chance to object to the terms of the treaty? No. The Jarls weren't asked. We were told. And we had to like it.
The chests of gold didn't hurt.
Damn it! This isn't about gold!
It's time to decide.
Lord, wait. Let us see if Ulfric is serious.
Oh, he's serious. But so am I.
Finally.
You there. I have a message for you to deliver to our friend, the
All
esteemed
right.
Jarl of Windhelm.
What you got?
Deliver this axe to Ulfric Stormcloak.
And you think Ulfric will just let me walk in there? No trouble at all?
True, he's a dangerous and bloodthirsty man, but he's also a Nord that honors our traditions. Keep your wits about you and you won't be harmed. And then get back here. Because if Ulfric isn't bluffing, I'll need every able body to defend Whiterun.
Should I say anything to him when I bring him this axe?
Men who understand one another need not waste words. There are but a few simple truths behind one warrior giving another his axe. Ulfric will know my meaning.
Understood.
Good. Good.
Well, it seems like the wheels are really moving in motion for this war, for the civil war in Skyrim here, so we got a very important message to deliver to Ulfric Stormcloak, so Xander's going to be heading back to Windhelm and basically coming back from where he started this journey, so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens when he delivers this axe and where things are going to go, so I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here in Dragon's Reach. It's a nice, beautiful place, but we're going to be heading off soon, so thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to bringing you another episode of Tales from Skyrim soon. Thanks!